Good afternoon. Today's lesson is 9.3, Solving Multi-Step Inequalities. Let's begin. The first question reads, x over 4 plus 3 is greater than 8. The first step to get the x by itself is to eliminate the 3. So we must do the opposite, which is to minus 3 from both sides. Positive and negative 3 will cancel out, leaving us with x over 4 is greater than 5. At this point, we have to eliminate the 4, leaving the x by itself. Currently, the operation says x divided by 4. The opposite of division is obviously multiplication. So we will multiply both sides by 4. 4 and 4 will cancel out, leaving us with x is greater than 20. And that will be our answer. This question here will be your turn, so please pause the video and attempt it yourselves. The question is 4x plus 11 is greater than 35. Now that you've had an opportunity to practice the question yourself, I will write down the answer. The correct answer is x is greater than 6. Hopefully, that's what you achieved as well. The third question says negative 3x minus 10 is less than or equal to 5x plus 38. This question is different than the previous two, as now we have an x variable on both sides of the equation. Our first step is to gather the x's on the same side. I prefer the left side, but ultimately it's up to you. We will minus 5x from both sides, leaving us with negative 8x minus 10 is less than or equal to 38. The next step will be to eliminate the negative 10 in hopes of getting the x by itself. The opposite of negative 10 is positive 10. We will add that to both sides, leaving us with negative 8x is less than or equal to 48. Our final step is to eliminate the negative 8. Currently, the question is negative 8 times x. The opposite will be to divide both sides by negative 8. The negative 8s will cancel. And now remember that because we are dividing both sides by a negative number, our inequality sign flips. So now we have x is greater than or equal to negative 6. That's the most important step with inequalities, is anytime you multiply or divide by a negative number, you have to flip your inequality sign. All right, please take a moment and attempt this question yourselves. Now that you've had an opportunity, I will add the question to the other side. Excuse me. Once again, it's a matter of preference whether you like to gather the x variables on the left side of the equation or the right side. Either way will produce the correct answer. I just prefer the left side. Once again, you can see here that we are going to have negative 12 divided by, negative 12x is greater than 24. We will have to divide both sides by negative 12. So very important that we remember to flip our inequality sign because we are dividing by a negative number. So the final answer is x is less than negative 2. Our final example of the day says negative 2 times x plus 3 is less than or equal to 10x plus 18. We must first eliminate the brackets by distributing the negative 2 to both terms, leaving us with negative 2x minus 6 is less than or equal to 10x plus 18. Now, similar to the last question, we have x variables on both sides. We need to minus the 10x from both sides. Those will cancel out, leaving us with negative 12x minus 6 is less than or equal to 18. Now, this looks like a more manageable question. We will add 6 to both sides, leaving us with negative 12x is less than or equal to 24. I'm running out of room, but as we have a negative 12 here, we will divide both sides by negative 12, remembering to flip our sign, leaving us with x is greater than or equal to negative 2. Now, to finish off today, please attempt this question on your own. Now that you've had an opportunity, I will include the answer. As these questions get longer and more complicated, it's definitely in your best interests to write down all of these steps in as clear and organized a method as possible in order to avoid any small mistakes. At this point, we have negative 1x is greater than or equal to negative 4. Because it's a negative 1x, we can't leave that as our answer. We have to divide both sides by negative 1. And our final answer will be x is less than or equal to positive 4. That is the end of our lesson for 9.3. I hope this was helpful. Thank you.